Minimalism and simple living can save hundreds or thousands per month, and successful people believe it's the best way to go. There are many benefits to minimalism. Some of the coolest ones will be shared in the video. Number 1. You can live untethered. What most people don't realize about possessions is that they weigh you down. When you are tied to a bunch of furniture and knickknacks, it can make being spontaneous almost impossible, and it can get pretty difficult to stay in the moment while extensively planning for everything. Instead of dealing with all of that, cut the proverbial cord to this love of stuff and start to embrace a simpler approach to possessions. The most successful people in the world take more pride in their experiences and business success than anything they own at home. And for many of these successive people, home is just a place to return to at the end of the day. When you finally let go of the need to show off things or to conform to what your friends are doing, you are going to find out that there is so much more time to do the things that you want with your day. Number 2, you can easily lock in on building an empire. Let's be honest, most people are never satisfied with what they have. When you finally get yourself that dream car you've wanted since you were 12, it's only going to be a few weeks until you give yourself another thing to push for. In the moment, these are great distractions and they can really help you get more pure enjoyment out of life. Like with most things purely for joy and entertainment though, this is not the best way to live a productive life. Don't rest on your laurels by celebrating the things you have bought. Instead, try to build up your business even more to see how much else the world can get you. Minimalism does a great job of clearing out stress, both emotional and physical, from your life, and it was designed to free up your mind for more important things. It may not seem like it, but reconfiguring your home and living a more minimalist lifestyle can help you grow your business and really prioritize the important things in life. Number 3, you'll never get bored. This next entry has more to do with minimalism than it does simple living, but it certainly does apply to both. When you start to get go of your earthly possessions and take part in minimalist spaces, you are going to start to notice one incredible thing. You can customize so much more. Instead of feeling like you're sort of stuck in your current living situation, the lack of furniture can actually feel more liberating from a creative standpoint. If you only have 3 or 4 objects in a room, you're going to feel like there is so much more to be done than if you were looking at an intricate and cluttered living space instead. There's a level of personalization here that will leave even the most uninterested in interior decorating scrambling to make it to the furniture store before they close. If minimalism is all about control and creativity, then it makes sense that many of the smartest and most successful people enjoy this style so much. Number 4, it increases the value of your dollar. Before we get to that, I would like to introduce the sponsor of this video, the Frugal Living Handbook. Our comprehensive ebook covers everything you need to know about living a frugal and rewarding life, including creating a budget, identifying areas for cost, cutting, and much more. Order our ebook via the first link in the video description and start your journey towards financial stability and security. Now let's get back into the video. Every dollar is essentially made equal, and what you choose to spend it on paints a clear picture of where your priorities lie. There's a reason why eccentric billionaires like Warren Buffett are so interesting, and it has a lot to do with just how much they value each dollar. Warren Buffett could probably buy McDonald's if he wanted to, but instead he is a loyal customer on their dollar menu instead. Warren could eat anywhere, spend his money on any type of food in the world, and still, he chooses fast food. Simple living may seem, well, simple at first, but the reality is that a person is making a conscious choice here. It's like the successful businessman who drives a Prius because they enjoy how much money they save on gas. We all get it, but it's still impressive to see such devotion to the dollar. You can be doing the same with your living space, drawing a line in the sand and saying to the world that you refuse to waste hard-earned money on furniture or worthless art pieces. It may seem like an awkward transition at first, but soon you'll realize how owning less shows more class than flaunting possessions for no reason. Number 5. It makes collaboration easy. The less you have, the more you are able to bring to a group setting. It may not seem like it makes much sense, but it's actually true. The person that brings less valuables, but what they do bring means something to them, is much easier to work with. Collaboration is extremely important, whether it be getting a new roommate or in your career. Minimalism has a way of opening you up to new and exciting opportunities through giving you the space to operate. Moving in with a partner, friend, or even business associate for a period of time is extremely easy when you don't have a lot of possessions to worry about, and opens you up to forming new relationships with interesting people. Number 6. You can always go back. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Removing clutter from your life can be a lot more difficult than you may have initially thought, but it also teaches you some valuable lessons along the way. Human beings tend to assign sentimental value to things as the memories surrounding them can fill us with joy when we see them. These sentimental objects may seem nice, but they also may indicate that you are living in the past. You are coming home looking to reminisce rather than coming home looking to build and grow. We realize that these objects mean a lot to you, and so try and put them in storage for a little while and seeing how you feel. If you absolutely can't stand your new setup, then you can always go back to your old lifestyle. Minimalism is one of those things that you won't know you like until you try it, and it's okay to go in with some doubts. You don't have to go all in immediately, and that piece of wisdom may be really valuable as you begin to transition into this new chapter. Number 7. You get to be your own person. Freedom is arguably the biggest gift you get from switching to a minimalistic setup, and that freedom presents itself in a number of ways. Of course, there's the physical kind of freedom, like freedom of movement or freedom to do whatever you like with the space. But there's also a deeper, sweeter freedom that most people experience too, the freedom from comparison. In life, we can often get sidetracked worried about what others are doing, and it can be hard not to try and draw comparisons between your life and someone else's. This is a big no, obviously, as it proves nothing and we don't really know what is actually going on in their lives. We are only given a brief snapshot of it. Still though, if you're someone who just can't help but admire other people's possessions while trashing your own, then a minimalist kind of life might be more your speed. When you commit to minimalism, you are admitting that you don't really care what the neighbors or guys at the office are doing, and that every decision you make is yours and yours alone. Sounds pretty nice, right? Number 8. You can live in a smaller space and save money. So far, we have stuck mostly to talking about the emotional and mental ways that embracing a simple life can provide. What it also can do, though, is save you a chunk of change on living space. When you shed away most of your objects and a lot of your furniture, you're going to realize that you really don't need all that much room to get by. This can often push those in the buying market to spend less than they originally thought they needed on homes, condos, and apartments. For most families, buying a house is the most costly financial decision they will have to make. And so shaving a few bucks off of the final cost isn't the worst idea in the world, right? If reconfiguring your home decor is enough to save you thousands in the end, it's definitely an approach to consider. Number 9. More time to spend on your hobbies, passions. Minimalism's goal is to streamline your life, and that means that you should also end up with a lot more hours of free time too. That's more time for hobbies, passions, or to spend with your family and friends. Minimalism frees up a lot of space, both in your home as well as in your schedule, and so you should feel your days start to clear up over time. Number 10. It can make you seem more put together. One of the biggest advantages to embracing a simple, minimalist lifestyle is how good it will make you look. Because you have more time to spend on hobbies and passions, and because you are now able to spend more time focused at work, you are going to look a lot more desirable to employers or those looking to work under you. It may seem confusing since so much of minimalism is about letting go of those perceptions, but that doesn't mean there aren't benefits there as well. Think about it. Some of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world today are practicing minimalism, and that's a pretty good group of people to model your style after. So not only can you enjoy all the benefits of this lifestyle, but you can also look good while doing it, which in business is about as important